From celebrating Christmas for 4 months straight to inventing the karaoke machine, there's no shortage of interesting fun facts about the Philippines to discover. Step into the streets and you're in for a jarring culture shock. Walk up to a roadside vegetable vendor or hail a gritty motorcycle taxi driver and they will greet you in flawless, fluent English. Even wilder? You are standing in one of the only countries on earth that forced the mighty McDonald's empire to accept second place. We're about to embark on a chaotic, beautiful, and utterly unpredictable journey through Asia's most amazing paradox. Welcome to Living in the Philippines. If you look at this nation from a digital satellite map, it does not look like a unified country at all. It looks like a spectacular geographical explosion, a shattered landmass violently thrown across 2,000 kilometers of the Western Pacific. In the deep north, the massive island of Luzon anchors the sky with jagged, smoke-breathing volcanoes. These are imposing fortresses of rock, cloaked in an impenetrable layer of dense tropical rainforest. But as your camera flies southward into the visual trap of the Visayas, the solid earth simply vanishes. Massive mountain peaks are suddenly replaced by microscopic coral atolls. These are fragile specks of white sand, desperately clinging to existence just inches above the crushing waves. This is a fragmented tapestry composed of over 7,000 distinct pieces of land. Glossy travel magazines will eagerly sell you this image as the ultimate tropical fantasy. However, beneath the pristine turquoise surface lies a brutal, unapologetic reality. Imagine the absolute nightmare of trying to connect a nation completely torn apart by the ocean. Think about the impossible logistics of building a stable power grid or a reliable medical system across 7,000 isolated fragments. For the foreign tourist, this dramatic terrain is nothing short of a breathtaking scenic viewpoint. But for the millions of people who actually call this place home, geography is not an attraction. It is a formidable, relentless barrier. The ocean does not act as a convenient highway connecting these remote communities. It operates as a massive, unpredictable wall of deep blue water. Modern bridges made of steel and concrete are rendered entirely useless when the gap between two towns is a roaring sea strait. Because of this, a simple trip to buy basic medicine or deliver a sack of rice is never just a daily errand. It becomes a high-stakes gamble against hidden rip currents, sharp reefs, and shifting monsoon winds. To survive in this beautifully shattered landscape is to accept an absolute surrender to the natural world. You must realize that you are entirely at the mercy of the water that surrounds your front door. But when the boundaries between islands are only the deep, fathomless ocean, people no longer measure a lifetime in kilometers. They measure it by the steady heartbeat of the tide. For the islanders, the sea is never just a map. Long before the suffocating tropical heat settles over the coastline, the island's silence is violently shattered. It is never a digital alarm clock that wakes the village, but the piercing, chaotic cry of roosters tearing through the thick ocean fog. Down by the shoreline, long before the tourists awake, you will not find idyllic holiday scenes. You will find a harsh, tactile reality written on the human body. Look closely at the hands of a local fisherman in Luzon. They are deeply scarred, heavily calloused, and permanently stained by years of hauling wet, heavy nylon fishing lines. While the sky is still pitch black, these men push their narrow wooden outrigger boats, known locally as the banca, into the freezing surf. This is the brutal, quiet, and relentless repetition of daily survival. Out on the open water, there are no corporate safety nets and absolutely no guaranteed salaries. If those damaged hands do not pull a fish from the crushing depth today, a family simply will not eat tonight. For 12 grueling hours, the rhythm of life is dictated entirely by this exhausting pursuit of calories. But as the afternoon shadows grow incredibly long, a strange and magnificent psychological transformation takes hold of the village. The desperate, quiet fight for survival is suddenly replaced by a deafening explosion of raw, kinetic energy. In the exact center of almost every dusty fishing community, you will inevitably find a makeshift wooden backboard heavily nailed to a leaning coconut tree. Do not mistake this for a casual pastime. In the Philippines, basketball is not merely a sport. It is an absolute, unquestionable religion. Barefoot teenagers and exhausted, sun-baked fishermen instantly transform into fierce, high-flying athletes on a court made of uneven, packed dirt. The sheer euphoria, the loud trash talk, and the intense physical aggression stand in bizarre, beautiful contrast to the grinding poverty they woke up to. For these brief, golden hours, the heavy burden of their existence is completely erased by the simple rhythmic bounce of a worn-out leather ball. It is a stunning daily ritual, proving that pure joy can be actively manufactured at the end of a punishing day. Under the fading sunset of the basketball court, when the crushing worries of food and survival temporarily subside, the islanders seek a very different kind of refuge. If basketball is a profound belief in raw muscular strength, then the ancient stone cathedrals are where they entrust their tired souls to an eternal faith. Step into the bustling heart of Cebu, and you will find yourself standing under the shadow of a massive, centuries-old Spanish stone church. Its thick, heavy coral rock walls exude a cold, European solemnity right in the middle of the sweltering Asian tropics. But do not let this orthodox, colonial facade fool you. Just a few miles away, hidden deep inside the humid, untamed jungle, an entirely different kind of worship is actively breathing. Here, ancient indigenous rituals are still quietly performed to appease the invisible, ancient spirits of the forest and the sea. This is not a cultural contradiction. It is a highly evolved, deeply ingrained psychological survival mechanism. It is a mesmerizing blend of deep-rooted animism and imported colonial theology, widely known as folk Catholicism. During the annual fiesta, the narrow streets explode into a chaotic, blindingly colorful parade of costumes and marching bands. Yet, if you look closely into the eyes of the ecstatic dancers, you will not just see festive joy. You will see a burning, almost desperate devotion. In a land continuously battered by catastrophic natural disasters and tectonic violence, human logic often fails to provide comfort. Therefore, the people weaponize an unshakable faith to explain the sudden, unexplainable miseries of their reality. When the typhoon winds scream and the tin roofs are violently ripped away, the heavy stone walls of the church become the absolute last safe haven they have left. However, the Filipino method of spiritual survival extends far beyond traditional hymns and silent altar prayers. It thrives inside a glowing electronic box. The karaoke machine, an ingenious device actually patented by a Filipino inventor, serves as the ultimate cultural therapy. It is a brilliant, loud mechanism designed specifically to transform overwhelming daily sorrow into a collective, soaring melody. And when the calendar simply touches September, an even more bizarre psychological phenomenon takes over the entire nation. While the rest of the world has not even begun to think about winter, these tropical islands launch into the longest Christmas celebration on the planet. For 4 straight months, they string up blinding neon lights and blast joyful carols into the humid, starry night. It is a beautifully stubborn act of defiance. They sing for 120 days straight, just to temporarily forget that they are living directly in the crosshairs of the most vicious storms on Earth. But the frantic energy of the longest holiday season and the deafening karaoke tracks are not merely for entertainment. They are desperately needed painkillers for a much harsher economic reality. Because a profound faith in God might successfully soothe a weary soul, but it cannot fill an empty stomach. In a fragile economy where simple grains of rice are fiercely protected, the islanders are soon forced to make a devastating choice between the comforting flavors of home and the distant, lonely promise of foreign dollars. Gaze upon the impossibly steep, emerald green rice terraces intricately carved into the high mountain ridges. They look like a magnificent ancient stairway leading directly into the clouds. But do not let the breathtaking beauty of this agricultural architecture romanticize the harsh truth. In this country, a simple bowl of white rice is never just a side dish. It is the absolute, undisputed foundation of human survival. Yet, to simply afford a daily serving of this precious grain, a devastating national sacrifice is continuously made. Millions of Filipino mothers and fathers are forced to completely abandon their own growing children. They fly across the globe to clean wealthy foreign houses, construct desert skyscrapers, or nurse elderly strangers in freezing climates. This is the tragic, silent, and highly profitable army of overseas Filipino workers. Their deep, agonizing grief is heavily taped up inside massive cardboard containers known as balikbayan boxes. These heavy packages are stuffed with imported chocolates, brand new sneakers, and foreign electronics. They are shipped back across the ocean, serving as a desperate, materialistic substitute for a parent's missing physical embrace. For these exiled heroes, the only visceral connection left to their homeland is the haunting memory of taste. It is the sharp, sour, and savory smell of a dark, simmering pot of chicken adobo. Or the chaotic, sensory explosion of fresh silver-scaled seafood being brutally chopped at a wet, noisy local market. The Philippine economy may desperately depend on a massive influx of foreign dollars, but their palate absolutely refuses to be colonized. Look closely at any busy, polluted street corner in Manila, and you will witness a spectacular corporate anomaly. This is one of the very few places on the entire planet where the mighty, multi-billion-dollar empire of McDonald's has been forcefully shoved into second place. They are forced to bow down to a smiling, red local mascot named Jollibee. Do not dismiss this as just a simple fast food preference. It is a fierce, impenetrable cultural fortress. When a massive Western monopoly completely fails to conquer a local fried chicken recipe, it ceases to be a business story. It becomes a loud, unapologetic roar of national pride, standing strong and defiant against the crushing, uniform wave of globalization. That absolute, unyielding loyalty to the taste of home acts as the invisible thread keeping this fragmented nation from completely falling apart. But behind those heavy cardboard boxes filled with shiny Western materialism, there lies an incredibly thin, yet unbreakable network of human trust. It is a deeply complex social system quietly operated in tiny, dusty corner stores, brilliantly navigated through the perfect fluent English of global citizens who have never even left their rural village. Walk down any narrow, dusty alleyway, and you will inevitably encounter a small wooden window protected by a rusted iron grill. This is the Sari Sari store, the absolute beating heart of the Filipino neighborhood. It is a humble, chaotic micro-market selling single sticks of cigarettes and tiny plastic sachets of cheap instant coffee. But its true power does not lie in the sparse, dusty inventory on its wooden shelves. Its power is written inside a frayed, sweat-stained notebook kept carefully behind the counter. In a country where official government safety nets are often thin, corrupt, or non-existent, social security is not a state policy. It is found entirely in the hands of your immediate neighbors. That old notebook records the daily, desperate microloans of families who simply do not have enough cash to buy dinner tonight. It is a highly complex, decentralized financial system that runs exclusively on an invisible currency called trust. This deep psychological connection is rooted in the powerful indigenous concept of kapwa. It is a core belief that you are not a separate, individual entity, but a direct extension of everyone around you. However, do not let the rustic, impoverished facade of these neighborhoods deceive your modern sensibilities. Behind the iron grills of the tiny store, or behind the handlebars of a heavily customized, exhaust-spewing motorcycle, lies a jarring cultural paradox. Approach a street vendor selling muddy vegetables, or wave down a tired, sunburnt tricycle driver. You will likely be completely stunned when they casually answer your questions in flawless, fluent English. It has inadvertently transformed the poorest citizens of a remote, fragmented archipelago into highly articulate global communicators. They effortlessly speak the language of the international elite, even if they have never owned a passport or traveled beyond their provincial borders. This unique linguistic power, combined with their fierce communal bonds, culminates in an awe-inspiring physical display known as Bayanihan. Picture a muddy, waterlogged village path. Now watch as 40 local men gather, lift an entire, fully built bamboo house onto their bare shoulders, and physically carry it to a new location. It is a stunning, cinematic visualization of raw, unified human strength. But this incredible display of unity is never just a charming cultural performance designed to impress foreign tourists. It is a highly practiced, completely necessary survival mechanism. When these men learn to effortlessly lift a house together, they are actively training for the moment they must face the impending, violent wrath. Unforgiving Pacific typhoon belt, this nation is violently battered by an average of 20 catastrophic storms every single year. The morning after a super typhoon strikes Mindanao, the landscape is often unrecognizable. It is a devastating wasteland of shattered timber, flooded fields, and uprooted lives. Yet if you walk through the thick, dark mud, you will not find widespread despair or paralyzing grief. Instead, you will witness groups of neighbors genuinely smiling, passing hand tools, and quietly rebuilding their bamboo roofs just hours after the sky clears. It begs a deeply haunting question from the outside world. Why on earth do they choose to stay in a paradise that constantly tries to destroy them? The answer lies in the profound psychological safety of the collective. For these islanders, the absolute peace of mind found within a fiercely protective community far outweighs the terrifying financial risks of nature. They willingly endure the violent storms because the quiet, shimmering beauty of the ocean that follows is always shared with the people they love. Ultimately, the Philippines is not merely a geographical location pinned on a digital map. It is an incredibly complex state of mind. A beautiful, brutal arena where ancient traditions and a relentless future wrestle within every single breath. The delicate balance between tropical paradise and geographical hell is what keeps visitors captivated on these islands. You may leave this shattered archipelago, but your soul will forever be trapped in the warm embrace of the sea. It's a magnificent testament to human resilience and unbreakable community bonds. If this journey has changed your perspective on the beautiful Philippines, please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful explorations of the hidden realities of our world.